It's male then female. So a lot of alpha women, strong women, hard women have an issue with that because they do not understand the context of it. Therefore, it says, for the husband is the head of the wife, only meaning he was created first and he's literally to be the leader because he is the man. Even as Christ is the head of the church. I want y'all to think about it for a second. Jesus leads us, right? Right?
Yes.
All right. Y'all paying attention or y'all doing some other stuff? Because if you ain't, I got some stuff I can do. Catch it
I'm
now.
paying attention.
All right. So Jesus is in front of us. We couldn't even go to the cross without Jesus. That's basically the way he set things up with husbands and wives. So the husband is the head of the wife. He's the leader. Even as Christ is the head of the church, the leader. And he is the savior of the body. Now I need y'all to understand this right here. All of this is in reference to what a husband is supposed to be as well. If the husband, if the marriage, if the two are together as they're supposed to, that spouse is the savior of that body, which means that the woman's body is a sacred place for him. Which, let me help y'all understand this so y'all know this. That is the reason why the worst thing that a woman can do, or the one thing that can tear a man up, is for somebody else to sleep with his old lady and he know it. That's why they can't handle it. Because he is the savior of the body. Which means he literally, if he's in position of being the man like he's supposed to, or the husband, then that means that that body belongs to him, and that body is sacred, and that body is delicate. He becomes the savior of the body. Savior literally means rescuer. Savior literally means he becomes the sustainer of this body, or the keeper. Jesus is our savior. He's our sustainer. He's our keeper of that body. So that means that body is preserved for me. Nobody else needs to touch that body. Nobody else has to do anything for that body. I got this. I got this right here. Are y'all getting me so far?
Yes, ma'am.
He's the savior of the body. Where everybody else at? Is me and Toya the only ones on here this morning?
I said yes, ma'am.
You ain't saying nothing because I ain't hearing nothing.
I did, possibly. I've
Did
been responding right behind Miss Victoria.
have anybody else heard her?
I did.
I know. I know I ain't losing my mind.
I wonder if it's because I got it on a speaker thing. I'm hearing you through my little Bluetooth connect. It could be because of that.
Yeah, it
But
may
I'm
be
here.
because
I'm
I'm
sorry.
not hearing. I'm gonna need y'all to interact with me. I do these for interaction on Saturdays. So let's get this now. Let's get this. Let's get this. So he's the savior of the body. Okay. Verse 24. Therefore, as the church is subject unto Christ, being subject to something, don't let that be a scary word to you either. To be subject to something, literally, all it means is that I take thought of it. I consider it. I consider it. It. I listen. I need to talk to him to make sure that everything that we don't have anything going before I do something. That's subject. That's all it is. I need to make sure that we are on the same page concerning things. That's all being subject is. I'm subject to Christ. I'm subject to the Father. I'm even subject to you all, because I will make sure that we are on the same page concerning some things. So don't allow these words to scare you. They scare a lot of people because they don't understand them. They think that means you got to dummy down, or you're going to lose your voice, or you're going to be taking control over. Just no, no, no. Therefore, as the church is subject to Christ, takes into consideration, listens to Christ, so let wives be to their own husbands in everything. That's heavy right there. Did y'all hear that? In everything? Ooh, let's talk about that. In everything. Ooh, y'all tell me what you think. That what? Ooh, let's talk about that. In everything. Ooh.
That means in every area that you can't just pick and choose.
Mm-hmm. So when Quincy told me not to go get that truck, was I subject? And I did it anyway. Was I subject? Lord have mercy. Woo! Mm, mm. Let me show y'all something.
Because,
Go ahead.
we often talk, or we assume, like, when we don't be subject to our husband, or when you run across somebody that take their husband into account, like, oh, she just stupid, or either she handpicked by him or something like that. But really, in actuality, that's the posture that you're supposed to have with your spouse,
Oh,
with your husband.
okay. So let me ask y'all this right here. When you eat, how much of your body absorbs or consumes what you eat?
All of it.
So would you want to eat a biscuit and say, I only want the left side of my body to absorb this biscuit? Don't you absorb it right side? I only want this to go to the left side of my body.
You're going to be funny looking because them muscles going to be messed up.
Say that again.
It's not equal.
Say it
It's
again.
going to be messed up. Oh, man.
Say that again. Say that again till you hear it.
It's not equal. It's going to be funny looking. It's not going to be on the same accord. One part going to be moving and the other part ain't. It's going to end up being limp.
Mm-hmm.
One part is going to be,
Mm-hmm.
ooh.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
that's where you get that part where one spouse feel like they doing more than the other.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I got it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What Kiana at?
Hold on, 1 second. Kiki, you hear Papa? Come get the phone. Sharika sound like one of them children telling on their sibling. Mama calling you.
Why she ain't on Zoom anyway? All she got to do is put it on her phone. You done missed the whole thing. You you can't even answer what I'm asking because you missed it.
Yeah, I did. I got all three of my little babies with me. I was trying to call for help.
You missed it, so you can't even answer the question, and it was for you.
Stop. I know, but I don't want you to do that.
Mm. better go on and comb some hair. I don't know if I. Mm-hmm. She could have did the dial-in phone number right quick. Oh no, yeah, because you already been on Zoom with us before. Mm-hmm. All right. So Toya, did you hear it when you said it? It sounds a mess, don't it?
It is a mess. And no matter how much you try to hide it or make it seem like it's equal or it's on the same page, it's not. It's visible.
It's not. And that's what you listen to what you just said. It's visible. So that means it's gonna be seen, ain't it?
Yeah. No matter how much you try to hide it,
It's gonna be seen.
It's gonna be shown.
If you eat a biscuit and set it for that biscuit to only fatten or nurture the right side of your body, but the left side gets nothing, it's gonna become visible because this one side is gonna be weak because it's not getting anything. So that's what it's like when we are in a marriage or even in a relationship, period. This stands for relationships, period. If you are not feeding all of it and not walking in unison with all of it, something is starving.
I get it. That's why it says one body.
Mm-hmm.
You're supposed to become as one.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you become as one, then when you feed that one body, every part of it is going to be nurtured in the way it should be.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. The key thing I want to stand out to y'all for y'all to understand, because we're all women on here. It says, let the wives be to their own husbands in everything. In everything. That's heavy and that can be scary. That in everything. Because society would tell you you're a fool. She's a fool. Why would you do that? Well, you have to understand in context of submission. If it's done right, the person is not going to want to control you. So there will be some freedom to you. But it just means that in decisions, in major decisions concerning things that you are regarding the other person, you're taking into consideration the other person. It's not I do it and then I tell you, or I do it and I don't tell you and you find out somewhere else. I did that. Don't do what I did, y'all. You'll be single like I've been for 15 years, right? So please don't do it like I did it. Verse 25 says this: husbands, love your wives, even as Christ also loved the church and gave himself for it. All of this is just synonymous of how things are to be. If it's in proper order, and if it's done like it's supposed to, his love is going to be that of being willing to give himself. He'll be willing to give of himself. So that means that he's not going to be holding back from finances to anything, to protection. He's not going to be holding back. He's going to be willing to give. it will be hard for him if he loves a woman